Hi, thank you for purchasing your new Samsung HM70 EVO Vet. This is a quick how-to video on your new system so we can get familiar with it. First things first is going to be our power button. That will be selected up here in the top left-hand corner of your system. Once we select that button, the machine, if it's boot down, will boot up in about 60 seconds. If we're going to shut it down, once we select the power button, we come over to our trackball and our set, and then we would tell it to shut down, and it'll shut down in about 30 seconds. I'm going to cancel it for now. After that, down here, we have our patient. We're going to enter patient information. We need to do that in order to save an image. We have our probe if we want to select different probes if we have them, or different presets. And then we have our end exam here. That's the folder with the arrow. That will finish the exam for you and send the images anywhere we have assigned it to. Down here, we have our menu. This is very helpful for navigating the left side of the system, especially if your hands are busy. You can come over and select different presets up here on your quick setters. We can play a video or stop a video, or we can save a video. Also coming over, we have our freeze to stop an image. Once we do that, we can stop an image. Once we've stopped it, you can still select overall gain, still functioning. We can come over to our measurements right here, our cursor. Whenever we have our cursor, we have our measure assist down here on the left-hand side. Anywhere we take the cursor, it'll give you a zoomed in box. If we want to put a comment, we have our T key over here. And our T key, you'll have this veterinary comment page, or you can also free type if you would like. Once we've done that, once we've entered it, if we want to move it around, if it's highlighted, we can move it anywhere we want on the screen. And then by hitting set, it will leave the word there. If we want to delete the word, you have your magic eraser over here that would delete any word or any measurement. Over here, you have your overall 2D gain. We have our 2 color functions. And we also have our Doppler modes right here, power Doppler and continuous wave Doppler. And then we also have M mode. Over here on the side, we do have our, by selecting the arrow, we can come across and we have the key map. Under the key map is where we've assigned the user buttons. U1, U2, we also have U3 and U4. On this system, this one has been selected, the floppy to store images. U1 and U2 are both designed to store images. So if we reach over quickly and we want to store a video instead of a still image, we can select U1 or U2. Most of the time they're preset to 3 or 4 seconds, but we can change that. Also coming over around here, we do have, this is calculations, which is most of the time redundancy of U4 on this machine. Over here, we have our ROI box. This is very helpful for in black and white. In 2D mode, when we select that button, we get this dotted box around. We can actually close our scan area. If we push it again, we get the solid box. Now we can actually move around the scan area in the box. Very helpful for looking at adrenals, pancreas, area where we want a faster frame rate, or in cardiac or Doppler mode, this will really help you. Then if we want to take it back to full size, we would just go back to dotted and set it. Also in color box. So if I bring in our color box, if it's solid, I can move it around. If I push the ROI size, when it's dotted, I can adjust our box. The smaller the box, the faster the frame, guys. Now coming around, we have our pointer that we can use if we want to bring back an image. Select twice on enter. We can actually come down here and actually navigate the whole system with our arrow box. Anything I want to select, I can come over and select it. If I want to take my acoustic power down, if I want to take it up, same thing with my gray maps. If I want a little bit darker image, or if I want a little bit lighter image, I can use it in my arrow box. And then over here, we have our eraser for any measurement or comments. Now getting started, if I wanted to do a procedure, I would select patient ID. If you're in a hurry, we can always start saving images. The machine will give us a temporary ID and it will allow us to start saving images in an emergency. But if we have time, I would always go to our patient ID. I'm going to tell it to start a new patient. It'll take you to this page. Sometimes it'll automatically have auto ID creation checked. I probably would uncheck that, and then we can use our own patient IDs. For this patient, I'm going to use 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to tab. Last name would be the owner. I'm going to select test. First name would be the patient. So I'm just going to select test again. If we like, we can enter birth age if we know it. Gender is going to give us the option of female, male, or other. Indication, it's up to you. We don't have to select anything there. If we're sending it over to a server, it's not going to bring that up. Down over here on the side, we can select application if we want, depending on what we're doing. It should automatically defer to abdomen. Down here is if you wanted to enter, if you had several doctors and you wanted to show up, you can put referring physician, diagnosing physician. We don't have to do any of that for our purposes. Once we select patient ID and patient information, I would come select OK, and that's ready to start our procedure. Now that we've gone into the scanning mode, we can use the menu knob here to select if we do abdomen small, abdomen large. For rule of thumb, I would say anything under 30 pounds, I would go to small. Anything over, I would go to large. Some of those barrel-chested dogs, even though they're 25 pounds, you might have to go right to abdomen large. Not singling it out Frenchies, but Frenchies. Then after that, we also have cysto, we have echo. If you're going to select cysto, once you push down on menu, the machine will automatically adjust itself. Once we get going, I normally like going right to my gain. It's patient dependent. Sometimes we need a little more, a little less. Our depth over here, we can increase or decrease our depth. Whatever we're scanning, I want to get it into frame. Our focus on the right-hand side of the screen, we'll see the caret moving up or down. Our focus actually is very helpful and very sensitive. I would just put it right under whatever we're looking at, our point of interest, right below it or right next to it should be fine. Once we start scanning, we can play with our color Doppler here if we would like. This is our directional. Once it's here, the 2D gain now actually becomes our color gain. So we can increase or decrease. If we want to adjust the 2D after we have our color on there, up here on the left-hand side, we have our ROI positioning. We would move it from color to 2D. Now we can adjust our 2D. I normally like bringing our 2D down to help the color stand out. And then I would move it back to color and then to adjust our sensitivity. We also have power Doppler. This is going to be a lot more sensitive for those lower velocities. It's non-directional, so we don't have to worry about being in plane. We can now decrease or increase our gain depending on what we're looking at. We can adjust the ROI size, put the box to the correct size. If we want to lock it, again, put it in there. We also have Dual Live over here on the left-hand side using our menu key. Dual Live is very helpful, which it'll give us a 2D image live and a color image side by side. Very helpful, especially if you're doing any telemedicine. They're really going to enjoy you doing that. And then I always like to save a video of that. We can go back. 2D is your exit or anchor key. When we select 2D, it'll take us back just to scan mode. We also have right next to it, if I overgain it and I don't like the image, Q-Scan. That's your help button. Select Q-Scan and it will automatically adjust that image and balance it out, whether it's too dark or too light. Once we freeze, here's our caliper. Wherever we go for distance, on the left-hand side, we have that very helpful measure assist. Set your first marker, scroll across, set where we would like it to end. If we would like another caliper, simply move your trackball, and now we can actually do several calipers. The machine will keep on bringing them up. If we want to move over here on the side, it'll put it up on the top right-hand corner. We can select our measurement box. We can move it anywhere we want on the screen. We can even adjust font size. Over here at the bottom left, we have our font size, make it bigger, make it smaller. Now, if we want to enter some annotations, we have our T key here. And under the T key, we can automatically start typing if we would like. We can hit enter. If we want to move the word around, we can. We want to set it. We also have our menu knob. You'll see on the top left-hand corner, we have our annotations dictionary. We can select any word we want. If we want to adjust the size of our word, we have a font size here. We can adjust it. Once we've had the image we want, now over here, we would hit the save key. That's going to save your still. Remember, these are going to save video. If we want to review the images, now we can go into SonoView. In SonoView, it will bring up the last images that we have saved. We can adjust the view if we want only 2 or 1 at a time. It'll show you here how many images we have. By using the arrow and the enter button on the trackball, I can move along depending on how images I have. If I'm going to review the images, if I want to re-annotate, if I made a mistake, I can bring the arrow over the images, select set twice, and that will take you actually back to live mode, where I can now, if I get rid of our arrow, I can now play our cine. I can still play with our gains and do everything I would do if the image was live. If we just want to end the exam, here's our arrow key, and that will immediately end your exam. It should send those images over to your server or wherever we've assigned it, and it will immediately put you in another page if you want to start a new exam. If we don't have another exam, just tell it okay, and we're back to scan mode. If you're done and now we want to review our images, or we want to bring back images from another day, we can go to SonoView. SonoView will bring back the last image. If you don't see what we're looking for, go to exam list. Under exam list, we can search by patient ID, patient name. We can tell it to search today, last week, last month manually if we'd like. I will select today and hit search. It'll bring up the patients from today. If I highlight the image, it'll show me on the right-hand side what we have. If I want to export these images, I can put a check mark on the box. You can do as many as you want or just one at a time. On the side, we have send. Send would be for your DICOM server. Export is going to be for a USB stick or a hard drive. I can select that. I can tell it what format, JPEG, TIFF, AVI, DICOM, if we're going to be uploading it to our server for DICOM. Make sure we have a create patient folder. Make sure that's checked off. Always high resolution. If you're using something for your website, if you're using something for educational purposes, I would always hide the patient information, especially if we don't have permission. Once we select export, you'll notice the images are automatically sending down here. We can continue to work. If I wanted to review something now, I can bring back an image. I can tell it to continue exam, or I can tell it to review, and now I can go review those images. Once again, thank you for purchasing your Samsung HM70 EVO. Hopefully that video was helpful. If you have any questions whatsoever, please do not hesitate to reach out to your local Samsung rep. Have a wonderful day.